Okay. You know, in my other video, I said this was an 88, but it's an 89. But it's 88 through 94 is basically the same truck. But what we're going to do today is we're going to restore this under the hood light. And that really annoys me. For some odd reason, it just annoys me. But normally when I go to the wrecking yard, the lights are busted, they're rusted, and you can see all the loom coming off. You know, it's just neglect over the years. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make this like brand new, and it's gonna blow your mind when you see all this come. I mean, it'll be just like I went to the shelf and pulled it off the shelf. So, but let me come over here and I'll get you a little closer. Just 1 second. I think you can see it. But what we're going to do first is we're going to take this off. This is your power. Make sure my hat ain't in the way. Your power is here. So we're going to take that off. They come off really easy. You know, and you're supposed to disconnect the battery, but I'm a professional. Because you can mess things up, but if you're just careful, just pull that off. All right. Next thing we're going to do is disconnect the ground. Your ground is going to be right here, and this is your fuel pump relay right here. So let's put that back. We won't lose that. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one back so I won't lose that. Okay. So, excuse me. I need to bump you. Next thing we're going to do is take this off. Oh, and I'm going to show you how to take this thing apart too, and you'll be able to see what's inside. It's a mercury switch. Okay. So once you get these off. Okay. And then, oh wow. Okay, just a second. I gotta hit the screwdriver out here. Okay, you're going to need to take a screwdriver and you're going to need to put it right in there and pull up, and it'll pop that loose. And there you have it, right there. But you can see that it's all busted. It's pretty dirty. I've seen them worse, corroded and everything, but it's not bad. So let's go rebuild this. Okay, so what you're going to need first is you're going to need your muriatic acid, and you're going to need some water, and you're going to need some good old baking soda. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do, I'm going to move that out of the way. First thing I'm going to do is get this wire loom off. This is the first it's got to go. So I'm going to take this off here. Okay. Usually comes off with ease. over the years. A little bit right there. Alright. Okay. So, next thing you want to do is you want to pull this back. It releases the tension on the bulb. And then you can just take, and that bulb should just fall out. But normally, you're going to fight with it. So now, leave that tension on that right there, and grab that little Carter key, pull it. You see it? Pull that little Carter key out right there. Then you can pull this out, right? Look at that. They make it just right too where it'll fit through there, because they're not dumb. Look at that. Idiots. That's alright. There it goes. Came out. Alright. So we want to put the spring over there too, because we really don't want that muriatic acid getting on the plastic or the screen. But what I was going to show you was what's inside this little guy. Well, let's see if we can find out. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. There we go. And look at that. What we have here, guys, is your little bullet. It's a little bullet mercury switch, and it's in real good condition. I've never seen one go bad. Anyways, what you gotta do is put that in there like that. Put your little bullet back in there. Snap that back together, and you're all ready for this in just a few minutes. Okay, so next we want to get rid of this and throw this in the trash. So, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a bend to it. Well, this is how you fix that, because they're supposed to be straight. You just put that straight as you can get it. It's going to take a little bit of manipulation. Get that straight. And come back down. Get back to normal. Voila. Okay. Yeah, they need to be straight across. That's just the way Chevrolet designed. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. Alright, so what you want to do is get your water, get your baking soda. I'm going to put a little bit in there. That's your neutralizer or your acid. Normally when I do these, I do about 10 at a time. So stir it up like that. Get that ready. Because you're going to need to neutralize this pretty quick. Okay. So you take your acid and then take your piece of it, set up. Put it more like y'all can see it. Alright. Just brush this on there, man. Breathe. Everything else off. I can't figure out. I get kind of out of it, but okay. See it work. It's not over there. It's not that. That's what they can do. But really that way, that's it. Just the roll there, that's all. Real power on it, it's on. No, we know that. You know, I just, it's going and work there. No, that we stop you getting that. That's pretty good. You want to get all down in them edges and look back in there. There's still some rust inside. Alright. Oh. Now watch this. Neutralizing it. Now that still don't take the rust away. I'll show you the secret. That sucker is looking brand new. That looks like you just took it off the shelf. Okay, so what you want to do immediately after this is I got WD-40 in this, and you want to saturate. You want to saturate that in WD-40. And you just don't want to wipe it off either. You just want to let it sit there. Okay. So what we're going to do is take some of that WD-40. We're going to clean these wires. I mean, you know, don't have to be perfect. Woo! A little bit of acid in the old cut. Yeah, it doesn't have to be, you know, 100%. Okay. So, what we'll do is grab this other wire. Okay. And then you want to put your spring back in there. Oh, wait a minute. Wire quit doing all that. I mean, this gets covered up with wire loom anyways, but at least you know that it's been cleaned. Okay. So, what you want to do, you need the spring. Okay, the spring goes back on there first. Alright. Voila. Then you want your clip. Don't lose any of this stuff neither. You'll be going to the wrecking yard getting it again. Yeah. Voila. All right, give me just a minute. I'm gonna go get a bulb, and then we'll wrap this with wire loom. Be right back. Okay, got some bulbs. So let's get some of that. These are 1157. Again, you pull back on that. And I've never even tested this light, but I've never had one not work. And never. Okay. So I'm going to wipe this down a little bit. And your ground wire. Okay, so you know, if you notice it's going to be a little bit different diameter right here. This small diameter goes up on this end. Okay. Grab our loom. Start back here. Start on the back, and then it'll make it a heck of a lot easier when you go to putting this on. Okay. So I like to cut it. I like to cut that where that's about right there. But what I'm gonna do is, because it's gonna come out like this on your truck. It's going to come at an angle like that, so just about that right there is perfect. Get the razor blade, which I lost. So let's see. You know what, on this one, yeah, on this one, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it right here. Okay. And I'm going to leave this exposed with the tape. Okay. Let me get a little bit more. Okay. The reason I like to put this here is because I like to go with it just like that on that fuse. That's a fuse if you're wondering. It's a factory fuse. Okay, look at that, that's nice. And we'll do one more. We'll be ready to put it back on. See if it works. All right, there it is. That's like you just pulled that off the shelf. All right. So let me take you to the front. First thing we want to do is put our little screws back up in here. Okay. So you're going to put that ground on there. Be careful with your dangling wires too, because if you hit something and it's over. I'm going to turn that. I'm going to turn that this way. So it faces that. And you don't want to tighten that too tight because you'll strip it out easy. Snap that back in. Okay. So we'll pull this round off. Watch it not work. Yeah, you don't want to just do that stuff too tight. And then your ground wire. Right here. Oh. Okay. Like I said, you probably want to undo your battery. But I'm a professional. With some raggedy tools. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to do it too tight. But there you go, man. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to have that WD-40 coming off of that light, but it's going to be alright. Alright, let me show you. Alright. Let's see if it closes. Let me turn it on. Look at that. That's exactly about right where you want it, because the way they figure, the hood's going to go down, and go down, and go down, and go down. And it's going to put the light at such an angle that if you're taking off or starting it, that little ball's not going to be flopping back and forth, causing that light to come on and off while it is. So that's why I say, as soon as you grab that hood and come down, probably 1.5 feet, it should go off. You know, that's the technical side of under the hood. Why am I so fascinated? Well, let me show you a little closer. Now look at that light. See? That's the way it's supposed to travel. And then right here is your box. And then there's a spot on the box to where this light comes out, and then the box goes here. But right down in on the other side of the box, there's a little, you know, a little notch so this wire can come out. But it needs to be at an angle like that. That way when the hood closes, you know, they got it to where it just closes and doesn't get into any of the engine. So my next thing is I want, because this cover doesn't close all the way with this bulging wire for some reason, and I don't know, it caused the other one to rip, and I'm going to fix that. Then I'll explain everybody to what these do, what everything does, and then how it interacts with your gauges on your truck, which a lot of people don't know. So, alright, so until the next one, later Gator.